Welcome back, family, to another episode of the Melanin Wellness Podcast. It's your girl, Corey, and we are still in our Medicine in Black series, where we honor the powerful healing traditions of our ancestors. And today we're delving into the story of Echinacea, also known as Sampson root, black Sampson root, or coneflower. And we're exploring how it played a significant role in the healing practices passed down through generations. Echinacea is known today for its immune stimulant effects, and it's approved for helping with common colds, coughs, bronchitis, fevers, and more. But before modern science weighed in, our ancestors used this plant in ways that went far beyond what we see on store shelves today. So let's travel back in time and uncover the legacy of Sampson root. Our story begins with Echinacea, a striking wildflower native to North America. Native Americans long recognized its healing properties, using it externally for burns, swollen lymph nodes, and even insect bites. They also employed it to relieve headaches, treat rattlesnake bites, and even manage measles and stomach aches. But it wasn't just Native Americans who recognized its value. When enslaved Africans arrived in the Americas, they encountered Echinacea and, drawing on their deep-rooted knowledge of herbal medicine, gave it the name Sampson root. Just as the biblical Samson was known for his strength, our ancestors saw power in this plant to boost immunity and fortify the body against various ailments which ran rampant on plantations. Now let's talk about how our ancestors really used this remarkable herb. The WPA narratives provide us with powerful snapshots of this practice. In Georgia, for instance, Philtown recalls how Echinacea tea was used as a remedy for cramps. Simple, accessible, and effective. Imagine relying on a cup of herbal tea to ease pain when you had no access to proper medical care. While over in Texas, Annie Ware remembered mixing Echinacea with camphor, or even with a bit of whiskey and red coon, also known as bloodroot, to relieve joint pain. It wasn't just a one-trick plant. It became a versatile tool in the herbal toolkit for managing everyday discomforts. In Texas and North Carolina, Pierce Harper and Fannie Moore used Echinacea to soothe stomach pains, showcasing its wide-ranging applications in folk medicine. And for enslaved Africans, every remedy was a form of resistance, a way to assert control over their own bodies in a system designed to dehumanize and disempower them. Echinacea, or Sampson root, was more than just medicine. It was a connection to ancestral knowledge, a symbol of resilience, and sometimes even a bargaining tool for freedom. It's important to understand that herbalism wasn't merely a physical practice. It was a deeply intertwined with spirituality and cultural identity. For our ancestors, healing was holistic. It addressed the body, the spirit, and the community. When enslaved people used Sampson root, they were not only treating symptoms, but they were also honoring traditions passed down through generations. They often prepared remedies with rituals, infusing them with prayer and intention. This spiritual nourishment was essential in a world where their human dignity was constantly under threat. This dual role of herbalism, both as medicine and a form of cultural expression, helped to sustain community bonds. It allowed enslaved Africans to maintain a connection to their heritage, even as they were forced into an entirely new land and an oppressive environment. Fast forward to today, and modern science is beginning to validate what our ancestors knew intuitively. Echinacea is now a popular supplement for boosting the immune system and aiding in recovery from colds and infections. But beyond its clinical applications, it stands as a living reminder of the rich heritage of Black herbalism. In reclaiming these healing traditions, we're not just looking at a plant, we're embracing a legacy of empowerment, resilience, and community care. Modern herbalists and wellness advocates are drawing on this ancestral wisdom to create holistic practices that honor both the physical and spiritual dimensions of health. Our continued use of echinacea, whether in teas, tinctures, or supplements, is a testament to the enduring power of Sampson Root. It serves as a bridge between the past and the present, reminding us that healing and resistance are deeply intertwined. Thank you, family, again for joining me on this journey into the history of Echinacea, aka Sampson Root. As we honor our ancestors' legacies, let's remember that every cup of herbal tea or every dose of a natural supplement carries with it a story of survival, strength, and empowerment. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing to the Melanin Wellness Podcast. Share and leave it a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. What ancestral remedies have been passed down in your family? Let's keep this conversation alive beyond just Black History Month. Until next time, family, stay rooted, stay resilient, and keep reclaiming our histories. Peace and love, family.